This 1 Degree Outside video is sponsored by Fiesta Shows. Have fun with the whole family June 19th through 22nd at the Acton Lions Club Carnival with Fiesta Shows. It's rides, games, fried dough, the works, and every ticket supports local scholarships and programs. Skip the ticket line and save with promo code 1Degree at fiesta.onedegreeoutside.com.
The Insights 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Matt Noyes going to dig into what's going on in the next several days. You know, there's heat that's on the way here in the next couple of days. That's not the big heat that's really getting discussed. That's going to be for next week, and we told you about that in pattern predictions. If you missed pattern predictions, definitely check it out on our website, onedegreeoutside.com. I think you'll really enjoy it if you love the meteorology behind all this. But as the heat builds, the chance for thunderstorms goes up. Severe weather is possible on Thursday. It's great air to start the weekend on Friday and Saturday, and then the humidity and heat starts building. Again, the big stuff as we get to Sunday and into early next week for that matter as well. Fiesta Shows, our partnership continues, and you know what? Talk about perfect timing. Great carnival weather coming up for Thursday through Sunday at the Acton Lions Club Carnival. Your chance to go and enjoy. The weather looks terrific. Not only that, but we're still running this awesome partnership with Fiesta where you can get a promo code 1Degree, and it's going to save you some money getting out, and especially if you're taking the family out for the wristbands, for the rides and games, all that stuff. So make sure you check it out. The other thing is they've got a local newsletter that's really cool. It kind of only alerts you if the carnival's coming to your town. Again, all of that at fiesta.onedegreeoutside.com. All right, let's go ahead and get into it here and show you what's going on. Weather map getting into Wednesday. The heat begins to expand, but there is a cold front moving across the nation's midsection. That's here by Thursday. So kind of cuts off the building of heat and humidity. Thursday is the day you get the storms that cut into them. That puts at least a little cap on things for a while so that Friday and Saturday is more comfortable air. But here's the deep heat continuing to build to our west, and that's why by the time we get to Sunday onward, it comes back into play. Here's the map on Wednesday. You can use our app for the specific timing for your area, but generally, you've got at least some scattered showers right out of the gate in the morning. And notice as we get through the morning to the midday, there's still some that are around all the way down to the Boston area. What this is the influx of humidity, and you're going to feel it. You're going to notice it. As we get later on Wednesday, you're going to feel that dew point start to really climb, and it's going to make it real sticky. Notice that even as we head to the later part of the day on Wednesday, there still may be a new shower or storm across northern New England that frankly could be a little bit on the stronger side because the warmth is still coming in. A lot of times you get a setup like that can create a little bit of a surprise strong storm mixed in there. Thursday, you're in the heat, you're in the humidity, you're baking, you're over 90 in a number of spots. You're getting ready on the cold front that will produce severe storms as it moves in. Looks like it comes through upstate New York, northern and western New England in the afternoon to early evening, and then during the course of the evening, marches east. TBD just how much those storms hold on to their severe potential as they come into eastern New England, but one would think that for many of us, we would still be under the gun. We get into Friday, and we're talking about much better air. An upper level disturbance it needs to swing through means still probably a scattered shower, particularly in the mountains on Friday, but it feels really good. Saturday should feel really good, and Sunday the wind starts to go up. One thing we want to show you is Thursday's wind. Part of the reason that we're saying storms that come through may be able to focus some damaging wind is because it's already windy on Thursday. Look at Thursday afternoon. You got gusts that are going over 30 miles per hour. In fact, briefly, you may gust over 40 miles per hour in spots. So then you figure, all right, we're going to take storms and focus some of that wind. That raises the chance for severe thunder. And that's exactly why the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted the Northeast, including New England, as a chance for at least isolated to a few, if not scattered, severe thunderstorms to be around on Thursday. So that's what we'll be keeping an eye for you out on that. Meanwhile, you look at total precipitation expected over the rest of the week. It's not epic. I don't think we're talking about flash flood type stuff that'll be coming into play. It looks like the storms keep moving, but there is on the order of a half inch either side of that. And of course, if you get nailed with a real good thunderstorm, you could pick up a quick inch of rain, right? That's the way it works this time of the year. Highs tomorrow, as you make the transition, these highs are a little deceptive because you see these temperatures and that looks pretty comfortable. By the time we get to the end of the day, the humidity's in, it's not going to feel overly comfortable. So just be aware of that. I think we are talking about what's going to end up being, for many of us, kind of a soupy feeling by day's end. And that's why tomorrow night, most of us are down to the 60s or even 65 to 70 for overnight low temperatures. You get into Thursday, that's the day we're baking. That's the day many of us can make it over 90. The humidity is in place. Heat index values rise into the middle or upper 90s, depending on where you are. The storms around in the afternoon to evening, coming in from north and west to the south and east, respectively. And then time. Friday, the new air's in. Here we go. The scattered shower in the north. The temperature's generally running right around or just over 80 degrees. Saturday looks and feels pretty good for us overall as well. And as I mentioned, Sunday, you kind of reverse the trend. You get the heat, you get the humidity building back in all over again for us. And that's the beginning of what really unfolds next week. The jet stream forecast goes from being pretty close to us. Now, keep in mind, jet stream separates cool to the north from warm to the south. And we just get into a big dome of developing heat across the eastern United States. And that's why you're seeing 95 to 100 degrees on a couple of days next week in our 14-day forecast, which again, you can find more on that in pattern predictions, or if you just want to see the 14-day, you've got it already. As long as you have our app, 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. That's how things are looking for now. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you with beach and boating, and of course, have an early update for you again tomorrow morning.